What we're going to be discussing today is actually somewhat old news, but since I was away, I couldn't cover it beforehand. But this is something that has genuinely bugged me a lot ever since we got a confirmation on this, and so I just have to discuss this with all of you today. Quickly though, before we get into today's video, if you haven't already and do appreciate the content I put out on a daily basis, feel free to subscribe to the channel. It would go a long way, so at the very least, please do consider it. But this being said, let's dive into the video. So, what am I actually talking about here? Well, I am talking about, you guessed it, set prices. And for a few months or so now, ever since Bricks basically came out with their whole article covering the sets and the prices, we had this idea that they would be kind of overpriced and just overall insane. However, that was never properly confirmed until LEGO put these new sets on their website officially with the coming soon tag, of course due for release on either June or August, depending on where you live. And these set prices are genuinely shocking, and this is absolutely just terrible for Ninjago, and it makes for a really bittersweet scenario. On one hand, the new sets are really cool looking, and overall it's just a fantastic wave. On the other though, the prices are just absolutely disgusting, so let's just get into a few examples here. Now, Lloyd's Golden Ultra Dragon. This is a set that is basically a recoloured version of the Ultra Dragon we got in the 2019 Legacy Wave, and if I recall correctly, that set was around $80 to $90 or pounds or whatever, and that was a very reasonable price for the piece count, because I believe that one had around 800 to 900 pieces, and so does this one. I mean, it has under 1,000 pieces, and it's 125 UK pounds, or I believe that's also 140 US dollars, which is just straight up absolutely absurd. And I mean, the gold pieces and those dragon heads cannot jack up the price that much. There is absolutely no way. And I mean, the thing is that makes this even worse is that this is a set that basically every Ninjago fan really wants. It comes with some great stuff, and overall, it looks like a great deal until you check the price point. It's just insane, and it feels like a blatant scam and a complete rip-off, which is a shame because that is never really expected from Ninjago. In fact, Ninjago is almost known for having reasonable set prices, but this is ridiculous, and it's almost something you'd expect from LEGO Marvel or LEGO Star Wars in that way, but this is just absolutely absurd, and I will definitely not be picking this set up for that ridiculous price. It just seems overall pretty insane. Another set I want to take a look at here is an interesting one because it is £70 for, I believe, around 800 or 700 pieces. Do not quote me on that, I haven't actually checked in a while, but I believe it's somewhere around there, possibly even nearer to the 1,000 piece mark, not too sure, but yeah, it is £70 or I believe 80 US dollars, and that seems like a good deal on its own. But I mean, when you take a look at some of the set pictures for this more in depth, does that look like £70 worth of value to you guys? I mean, I don't know about you, but to me, that just looks absolutely tiny, and I'm not too sure where the pieces are actually going in this. Perhaps a lot of really small pieces are included in this set, but this just seems like a blatant rip-off, despite the fairly good price-to-part ratio here. But overall, this is a set I will still be buying, so I mean, yeah, maybe I'm a hypocrite, I'm not too sure, but I mean, still, it just doesn't really seem reasonable for the price, and I would not expect this set to be that much. Usually, I'd expect this to be maybe £50, 60 at a push, but 70 is just a whole new ballpark, and this just seems absolutely ridiculous. And I mean, even this back view here just looks insane and gives you a look at how tiny this set truly is. Yeah, sure, it's tall, but the rest of it, nah, it's just not worth it at all. And then finally, for today's video, the set I really wanted to go over as possibly the most overpriced Ninjago set of all time, Kai's Golden Dragon Raider. And this thing is around 600 pieces, I do believe. And just check out the price, £75. And I believe this is possibly around 80 to 90 US dollars. But do not quote me on that, but I believe it's around that sort of mark. This is absolutely insane, and to anyone who wants to buy this set, honestly, I couldn't recommend enough just skipping out on it entirely, or just waiting until it goes on clearance, because this is absolutely ridiculous, and it's quite possibly the worst Ninjago deal I have seen in recent memory. Maybe there is just one set that is more overpriced than this, and just more ridiculous, but from what I can remember right now in front of me, yeah, this set, absolutely just disgusting for that price point. What were they thinking? Sure, you get some cool figures, but really, for that price, it's just insane. And then you've even got the Samurai X mech, which on its own is a great set, in my personal opinion. It's a great mech, but the pricing of it is also ridiculous. I believe the combo mech was around £90, or maybe even 80, and I believe that also had more pieces. Could be wrong, but it was definitely bigger at least. And I mean, that was a better deal than what you're paying for the Samurai X mech. The Samurai X mech is another one I kind of will definitely be getting, but at the same time, it's just annoying to think how much this is overpriced. I'm just not happy with the set wave at all, man. And there are a few other examples of this. Some sets are priced decently, but for the most part, this is just absolutely absurd. And I do believe that this is the most overpriced Ninjago set wave of all time. There we have it. It's a pretty big statement to make, but that is what I truly do believe, and this is just ridiculous. I truly, truly hope Ninjago doesn't carry this on for future waves. Hopefully LEGO doesn't just sit there and are like, alright guys, well, these seem to be selling well despite us jacking up the prices ridiculously, so they must still be willing to buy the set. Let's just continue to jack up the prices for future waves. Almost similar to Monkey Kid. I truly hope that doesn't happen, but honestly, who really knows at the end of the day? We can hope, but yeah, that is just something I really do not want to happen. And yeah, that basically is it. Rant over. With this being said, do be sure to drop your thoughts down below on all this in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts regarding this. As usual, if you did enjoy today's video, feel free to drop a like on it, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to step down all of the latest Ninjago news and content on the channel. And with all of this being said, I will see you all in my next video coming out very, very soon. Goodbye.